international heroine or Israel's personal pariah? In Israel, that question is still open for debate. Hello everyone, welcome to Q&A. When a transsexual won the popular international Eurovision Song Contest last month, she won accolades from adoring fans, but harsh criticism from those who say she's deviant. Well, Dana International has taken the Jewish state by storm. So, what are her plans for the future? And now's your chance to ask her yourself. Dana International joins us today live from London to answer all of your questions. But first, more on Dana, her music, her fans and her foes. CNN's Gerald Kessel filed this report the day after the Eurovision competition.
A gala welcome home for Israel's new #1 heroine. And top ratings on Israel television when Dana International won the popular Eurovision Song Contest. But she isn't a hit with all Israelis. Dana's a transsexual, and the Orthodox religious are aghast that she represented the state of the Jews. Homosexuality is a crime, transsexuals deviance, alleges this rabbi.
I'm ashamed that Israel sent this deviant to represent Israel in the Eurovision. It doesn't bring to me a honor to feel that I am citizen of Israel, that we won in the Eurovision.
I represent the regular Israelis and all the Arabs and all the Christians. Everyone who wants to be represented by me, he gets the #1. Those who disapprove me, I don't care about them.
Dana, born Yaron Cohen, underwent a sex and name change 4 years ago. When Diva, the catchy song of the former drag club artist, bested that of 24 other countries, Dana's personal background didn't matter to the thousands of Israelis who cheered the international triumph. And a victory in a gathering perceived culture war. Now Dana International's victory carries the seed of a future battle. It gives Israel the right to host next year's Eurovision contest in Jerusalem, which has Orthodox politicians warning they'll fight tooth and nail to keep what they call sexual perversion out of the holy city. Gerald Kessel, CNN, Jerusalem.
Well, do the religious right make a valid point, or are they making too much out of nothing? We want to know what you think. If you have a question or comment for our guest, Dana International, call us now. The phone number is 1-404-525-6888. You can also take part in the program by joining the Q&A chat room. To access the chat room, simply visit the Q&A webpage. The address is cnn.com/Q&A. Well, let's not waste any more time and bring her right into the program. Dana, welcome to Q&A.
Hello.
We heard you say in Gerald Kessel's report there that you don't care about the people who oppose you or what you stand for. Is it really that easy to ignore what people say?
Well, tell you the truth, I'm a kind of person which I'd like to deal with people who like me, or at least treating me with respect, because I think that if you hate someone or if you dislike someone, you just make you feel bad, and that this is ugly feeling. So I don't like to hate people. I just love, to give positive energies out of myself and to share my success with all the people that would like to share it with me, and to be a positive thinking person, nothing more. And if a group of people has a problem with me, it's their problem. I don't like to have a problem because I don't have a problem with anyone on this planet. So it's about time that people will realize that we're all equal and deserve to be treated the same treatment as everyone, because I don't think that my sexuality is more important than my personality. So it's about time to wake up, people.
Now, even whether they support you, whether or not, a lot of people wonder why you went through that operation, such a major operation. What made you do it?
Well, I actually don't know the answer by myself, because, I know my kind of life that which I wanted to myself, and I know myself, not other people, and it is the most ideal thing to my life in order for me to be happy. And I don't know if you can understand it, and I'm not asking you to understand, just to respect my will to do private thing with my life, because it's my business, it's no one else's business. And it's not that you're just born as a man and one day you decide to become a girl. It's the fact that I don't know what a really man feels like. I have never felt like a real boy, and that's me, Well,
Dana, one thing...
I'm enjoying my life.
Well, of course, you're a big star now, so people have many questions. This question came in on the internet from Poland. And the question is, what was the reaction by your parents and friends when you decided to become a woman?
Well, I'll answer the second part of the question first. With friends, it was very easy because, my friends know me, and it wasn't a surprise for them because they always knew what I want to be. And with my parents, it was a totally different story. I can tell you that no mother and father wants their son to become a girl, of course, but it depends how much they love you and how strong they love you. I was separated from my parents for about 2 months, and we didn't spoke to each other. And after 2 months, my mother called me, and she said that she loves me very much, and she's willing to accept me no matter what I do with my life. She just wanted me to think it over and over again in order that I will never regret it because it's a very serious decision that you make. There is no way to turn it back. And I can tell you that if a mother and father love their child, they will support him or her no matter what, because it's the same personality, it's the same voice, it's the same behavior, it's the same child, just with a little change. I call it because for me it's so little, and I don't know why people made a big scandal out of it. And I can tell you one thing more. I was sitting with my parents, and we talked, and I told them, what would you prefer me to be, an unhappy boy for the rest of my life or a happy woman? And they thought together with me that my happiness is more important. And, no one is perfect, and love conquers all. If we love each other, it's more important than what I'm doing with my private body, because they're receiving the same respect and treatment that I used to give them before this change. So.
And of course you have the musical success too now. Let me get the first caller on the line. We have Jordan on the line. Mohammed has a question. Go ahead, Mohammed.
Hello, Diva.
Hello.
First of all, I would like to say congratulations. We love you all. And I wanted to know if in the future, hopefully when you become very popular, if you have any interest in politics.
Well, I'm thinking about it a lot because I think that I want to do many things for different kinds of people, and I've come to the conclusion that people who have the same problem can help other people, not politicians. If they are not sympathize with you or identify with you, they could never help you. But as you know, I'm enjoying my singing career, and I would like for the time being just to concentrate on my singing career because it requires a lot of my time, and I don't know what would happen in the future. I just hope I would be healthy and maybe attend to politics.
Well,
maybe.
We'll touch on some of obviously the political stir that you have caused in Israel in a moment. Let me get this email question in from Slovenia. It came across the internet saying, do you think being a transsexual helped you to win the Eurovision contest? Can we expect such controversy from future winners?
Well, I'll answer you like that. Before the contest, people come and tell me, don't you think that because you're transsexual, no one is going to vote for you? And after I won, people come and tell me, don't you think that because you're transsexual, that's why you won the contest? I have to say one thing. It's human nature to criticize other people, and it has been like that in the past, and it's going to be like that in the future. No one could ever know why I won. It was those 3 minutes. The European society liked my song, and they choose me, and I don't think that we need to search the reason, because that belongs to the past, and it's a fact that no one could ever change. So let's look at the future.
Let's squeeze in, before we go to break, let's squeeze in Rachel from the Netherlands with a question. Go ahead, Rachel.
Hello, Dana. My name is Rachel Horsham. My question to you is this. Is it not true that in Israel, a person in your situation is legally given the status of a woman? And if this is so, what is the problem then with the religious sector of this if you are legally a woman? I don't understand this problem.
Oh, I understand you. There is lots of responsibility by the Orthodox. They possess lots of powerful jobs, But if you go and you do this kind of surgery, you have the right to change your ID from a male to female, and they cannot do anything about it. And you could even have a birth child like a woman. And if you want to get married on something, and you go to a rabbi, and he cannot feel that you are a transsexual, so you can get married and you can fool him.
Well, Dana, don't go away.
Can't wait and get married.
We're going to get a short break in here, and we'll be back with more questions to Dana International in just a minute. Don't go away. sexy, provocative, slightly over the top. It's hard to believe that she was once a he. But not everyone's thrilled with Dana International's wildly successful career as a singer and a performer. At home in Israel, she draws support from some and very vocal abuse and criticism from others. Well, Dana International joins us live from London to field your questions and comments. Let's get back to some more Q&A. Actually, Dana, let me ask you, now that you won the Eurovision Song Contest, it can now go and be, they can hold it in Israel now as the winning country. There's a lot of controversy over that, especially the idea that it might be held in Jerusalem. What's your view on all the argument over that?
I don't care if it's going to be in Jerusalem, if it's going to be Tel Aviv, Haifa, Eilat. We have many nice cities, and I'm not so patriotic with Jerusalem. And if the Orthodox don't want Eurovision to take place in Jerusalem, okay, I don't care, as long as it's going to be in Israel.
Let's get a call in from Israel. Mira has a question. Go ahead.
Yes, my question is, are you going to raise a family in the future?
Well, what a question. I'm too young for it. Well, I might answer very cliche, but I'll tell you, I'm not going to adopt children. I don't think that I have the capability to raise a child in a proper way, because I have a very crazy life, and if I like very much children, and I think that to raise a child it's not so easy, and it takes a lot of responsibility in order for him to or her to be a responsible human being and a respectful one, and I don't have not the time and not the knowledge how to raise a child, and there's lots of good mothers in the world.
There's a question here on our internet chat room that takes place as the program goes out live. This question is, there was a rumor in the UK newspapers that you were offered the chance to join the Spice Girls but turned it down. Is this rumor true? And if so, why did you turn it down? That's Matt Ivan, our moderator in the chat room.
Well, first of all, you know what newspapers they like. They change the order of the words and they print whatever they want. I had a meeting with a guy which works for the promoter, as a promoter for one of them, because they have a lot, for the Spice Girls, and he offered me to come and to have an audition for the Spice Girls group. I told him that unless he's going to offer me a 25 million pounds, I ain't going to do it, because no matter how successful they are, I don't need to be so successful and so millionaire just to be satisfied from my career. I think that less of it's enough, and I would like to be an independent singer, to have my career, because my songs are different than the Spice, and I want to be on my own.
Now, of course, you don't have any problem with speaking your mind. This question that came from Israel on the internet says, do you consider yourself to be a feminist?
Well, in the way I look at men, I think that women deserve to be treated equally in everything, but I think that if a woman suffers from problems, it's their problem, because if a woman would stand up in front of her man and she stands for herself, and if women would not allow men to treat them the way they do, they will be equal. But in a way, from time to time, I like to be treated by a macho guy. I'm a woman, so I'm a feminist. But from time to time, I like to be hugged by a macho guy.
Now, you've actually you've become something of an icon for the gay and the lesbian communities and so on. This question from the internet from Belgium touches on that. Do you have much to do with the gay, lesbian or transsexual communities?
Of course. I think that they are a great population. They are wonderful people. They are the most liberal people on earth, and because they can sympathize with me and understand me better than all the other. But, I prefer to speak about the gay community without the label, because they are just human beings, and if a boy chooses to sleep with another boy instead of a girl, it's his problem, it's his business, not a problem, of course. And I think that people will have to examine personalities, not sexualities, because so what if a boy is gay? So what if I'm a transsexual? It means that I'm stupid. Maybe my prime minister, he's homosexual and we all don't know it. It's not written here, You can be a homosexual and a good person and a kind one.
Well,
forget about sexuality, forget about the color of the skin, forget about the origin. Examine the personalities.
Let's get Israel on the line. Ofer has a question. Go ahead.
Hi, how are you, Dana?
Thank you.
I've been following your career since the beginning, and I just wanted to let you know that I'm a very big fan of you, and I think you're great, and all your songs are marvelous, and I wish you the best, and we're very proud of you and Diva.
All right.
Thank
We're going to
you.
talk more about that,
What is
actually.
the question?
Well, I think there was just a comment there, a fan on the line. Dana, we're going to talk more about your music and the success of that single that won the contest when we come back after this short break on Q&A.